All right, guys, if you're watching this, then I'm assuming you at least have some interest in my suggestion. So I'll try and do this quickly, but get you the information you need to know. So from your email, I will have hot linked to the various terms. This is how you could get this set up and do it with your class. So this is going to be personification. You would project this up on your board, and to get the best results, you have to full screen it to try and get the entire question and quote on the page at the same time. I mean, you can scroll up and down, but I like it better to try and get the full screen. So in Chrome, at least, if you go up here to the top right hand corner and open that drop down, and next to Zoom, you hit the little square looking thing. It will give you full screen. And so you'll see there how I have the whole question in the frame. So I would first direct them to read the question themselves and think in their mind about what the answer could be. And then after a couple minutes, whatever, I would read the question in lyric and choices to them, or you could have a student read it. But so let's go through this. Old Dina raised me, and the road will never change me is the lyric from the song Hooligans by the band Issues. In this lyric, the city of Pasadena is said to have raised some of the band members. What is the best literary term to describe this statement? Adnomination, personification, alliteration, or invocation? Anybody think they know what the answer is yet? Don't answer out. Just think about it for a second. We're going to give out hints to anybody who needs a little more information. So, all right, let's click the picture. As it says, need a hint, click the picture. And we'll take a closer look at these terms. Adnomination is the repetition in close proximity of words that share the same root word. Personification is the attribution of human characteristics to something non-human. Alliteration is the repetition of the same initial sounds, vowels or consonants, in multiple words of close proximity. And invocation is a prayer or address made to one of the 9 muses of Greco-Roman mythology, with the poet asking for inspiration. Okay, so think about those for a second. Look at those definitions. See who thinks they have the right answer at this point. Still, do not holler it out yet. We have one more step of hints for anybody who still doesn't feel like they're sure about it. So let's keep thinking. You'll see that all these terms are hyperlinked. You can click on these hyperlinks, and it will take you to a second page, the glossary of literary terms, where the term not only is defined a second time, but also some examples are given. So adnomination is a device in which the root word is used in several different ways. So here we have check the timer and the timetable, it's lunchtime, or I'm a nobody from nowhere and I know nothing. So there's our example for adnomination. Now, if you know from memory what your terms are, you can just scroll down this list and pick up the rest of your terms. But if you don't remember what your other 3 terms are, you would have to exit full screen and then go back to the previous page, and you can now click personification and take a look at that example. Sometimes related to anthropomorphism, it's when human characteristics are given to inanimate objects, animals. So Alonzo in The Tempest said, "Methought the billows spoke and told me of it, the winds did sing." Of course, wind doesn't literally sing, so that's an example of personification. Alliteration, repetition of the same sounds at the beginning of multiple words in a line. So our example here, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. You can see the P sound at the beginning of lots of those words. And then the invocation is a prayer or address to the muse. Such as the beginning of the Odyssey. Tell me, O muse, of that ingenious hero. Homer asking for inspiration to tell his story. So at that point, once you have clicked through the glossary, you would take a student answer at that point. And then I had them also write down the definition and also the explanation for why that particular answer was correct. That's totally up to you how you want to assess this, whether something or just assess them verbally. Um, I think that's about it. Except when in cases where it's appropriate, where the song has an appropriate video or MP3, I will post it up here on the right side so that before you do the brain crank as like as a hook, or even after you do the brain crank as kind of like a reward, you can play the video. Um, it will play right this screen, and you can go, you can full screen it. Or you could obviously pull it up from YouTube. Alright, we'll exit that. And I think that's about it. If you would like any further assistance with this process or this program, Lit Genius, I would be glad to come by, stop by, and help you out personally. Just hit me up on email or whatever. All right, thank you. Bye.